Angela, what is Quantum Paranormal? What is that?
They were here last year. They're going to bring some. They're ghost hunters.
Yeah, I like those guys.
Yeah, I know you do.
These are local ghost hunters, and they record EVPs, which
it's a little different. Their group. It's a different name, and it's a little offshoot, but it's the same main guy.
Mm-hmm. They're bringing me a disc of EVPs. They've
yes,
recorded new ones.
I don't know if they're new, but yeah.
I'm looking forward to those. I'm looking forward to looking over at Matt and watching him roll his eyes.
Yep.
With me today now, or they're calling themselves Quantum Paranormal. They had what was it? Brian and Joel are here. Hold on, let me make sure your mics are on. That's 6 and 5. I still have to count. What were you before? You were something else, or do you care? You know, did you have a breakup or something?
Well, kind of. We were with Austin Paranormal Group. That's
right.
who we came in with last year.
You've split with them?
We split with them. Joel and I decided we wanted to go a different direction, so we started our own group.
Can you say what the rift was?
It's just a different direction. I mean, they do a great job. They got a great group of investigators.
Come on.
We're still friends with them. We just wanted to take it in a little bit different direction.
Come on, dish the ghost.
There's differences in opinion, man.
Dish the ghost doo-doo.
Like what? What's the difference of opinion?
Well, I can tell you that while they're a great group of investigators, okay? I'm not going to diss them.
But I'm saying, did you have a disagreement? Was it?
You're not dissing him. You're just saying you have a difference of opinion.
Did you have personal disagreements or disagreements over the paranormal?
Well, I think there's a little bit of both.
Okay.
Okay.
But they go in more of a direction where most of the people that investigate with them believe that they're a ghost, and their objective is to establish some kind of communication with them.
Okay.
That's not necessarily my belief.
What's your belief?
Okay.
Well, the whole reason we decided to go with the name Quantum Paranormal is because I think that there's certainly other possibilities other than ghosts or spirits that creates this paranormal.
I got you. You're kind of like I am, that it could possibly be a replay that you're hearing or seeing.
Well, I've been very curious as to the type of information that's been coming from the CERN facility. I don't know if you guys have been following that, but
CERN,
CERN,
yeah, CERN. They're doing the super collider, and recently a news article came out that they're actually trying to prove the theory that there's a paranormal.
You're making me
parallel universe.
You're jumping me now because that's actually on my list of things to talk about, and I had that yesterday and I didn't get to it. The guys doing the super collider are starting to believe that they're going to be able to prove that there are not just one, that there are may be many parallel universes, which would explain probably UFOs. You would think. That may be what's going on.
This is sort of weird because I thought this was going to be an eye-rolling segment for me, but this is what
you've been
talking
into
about this morning. What I keep dreaming about. It's all
which would explain that the UFOs are us in a different realm and or are a parallel universe instead of a space traveler.
Well, if they're parallel, wouldn't be they?
My fear is that there's another me having to go through the same crap that
the other you is actually highly successful and well-grounded.
Well, man, if I find out the other me is in a major market and syndicated, I'm going to be so pissed. Yeah. Will I feel, though, when I meet the other me, would I feel what he's feeling? Would I be able to merge or mind meld?
We all merge in the end.
Crazy. That's crazy stuff. Okay, so, but how often do you guys get out into houses and stuff to you want to call it ghost hunting or to?
You can call it ghost hunting. I think that's what we're
Are you a married man?
I am a married man, and as a matter of fact, my wife is part of the team, and so we kind of do it together.
So you go out, and there's no big country. I think my wife would freak if I told her I was going to go stay out in that house all night long.
She wouldn't believe you. No,
wouldn't believe you're going. She'd go, okay, and where's the cocaine? That's what she would say. What do you have what do we have here today?
Well, I brought 7 audio clips, 5 of them which are what would normally be considered EVPs. 2 of them thought I would bring something different. I don't know if you've ever heard of the Ghost Box, but we brought a couple of clips from those, and I can explain those in detail.
Okay, the first thing I want to ask you is what kind of equipment are you recording on?
Well, we use a variety of digital recorders. We do this in our volunteer time. We invest our own money into it, so each one of us buys our own equipment. I've got personally about 6 different digital recorders, varying from.
So we're not using analog tape; we're using digital here.
Yes.
Digital.
And are these things that you heard out loud, audibly, or are these things when you heard, you went back and listened to the recording? You heard them on the recording.
Most of the time, it is things that we do hear that we don't hear at the time, and we do when we go back and review our evidence. We review our recordings. We do hear it on the tape. There have been certain instances where we do hear the voices with our own ears rather than digitally.
Is what we're going to hear amplified?
They are amplified a little bit. We knew that we had to play them on radio,
That's
and
right.
your listeners wanted to have to hear them.
Tell us the first one. Where was it? What are we hearing?
Okay, Do you want me to go ahead? Do you want me to set it up?
No,
and let you
I don't
try
want
to...
you. Here's what I don't. I don't want you to tell me what I'm supposed to hear.
Okay.
Let me try to decipher it.
Okay.
But where was it recorded?
Well, this was recorded in a house in Gainesville. We recently did this investigation a couple of weeks ago in a house that was built back in the 1800s. The owner of the house bought it in a really good deal and started renting it out. The residents who were moving in were moving out almost immediately within the next couple of months, and she couldn't figure out what was going on until one of the neighbors said, "Yeah, my mother used to live there 20 years ago. That place is haunted." She goes, "Oh, well, that makes sense."
All right.
And she's taking us around touring the house, and we get to this one room where there's this fireplace that's bricked up, and she's talking about how this doesn't make any sense. There's this fireplace here, but there's no chimney. And over her voice, you can hear a whisper that might be giving you some kind of clue as to what might be behind those bricks.
I'm going to turn the mics off so we can get some. We get nothing but the audio from the tape. Here you go.
I don't get it. But then there's also no chimney. You have 2 fireplaces and no chimney. So things have changed a lot over the years.
I hear bodies.
That's
body parts.
Body parts?
That's
Body
what we hear.
parts, that's it.
That's what we hear.
I didn't hear, and I've got this in the wrong machine because it's not.
Body
It's
parts.
going to queue up. Let me try this real quick. I got a chill up my spine just from the whisper. I didn't, and once I got that, I didn't hear. Let me. I'm going to put it in another machine that will stop it between the tracks.
Will it actually?
I hope. I'm hoping it will.
Or is there a setting, a button we need to
Yeah,
push?
but I don't know where it is. Yeah, it will. It's the single switch on this.
Okay.
What did you guys hear?
We heard it's body parts.
Yeah, I heard it pretty loud and clear.
Yeah.
Well, doesn't somebody need to get into that fireplace then?
Yeah.
Well, we haven't
That's right.
shared these with the homeowner yet. As a matter of fact, nobody outside our group has heard these. This will be the first time.
All right, I want to
anybody
hear
heard
this again.
It's
Let
the
me
inaugural viewing of these EVP.
let me listen. Here you go.
I don't get it. But then there's also no chimney. You have 2 fireplaces and no chimney. So things have changed a lot.
You whispered into the microphone, didn't you?
No.
I heard body parts very clearly.
I did too. I heard its
it.
body parts.
What threw me off at first, you hear a real high-pitched
It's
woman or something talking. I thought that was the EVP. It's not. It's near the 3/4 into it, and you hear it's body parts.
Yes.
I'm going to hear it one more time.
Body parts.
It is Halloween after all. Okay, one more time.
I don't get it. But then there's also no chimney. You have 2 fireplaces and no chimney. So things have changed a lot over the years.
That's what I heard.
Yep.
All right, what's number 2 here?
Number 2, my wife is talking about how immediately when she walked into this particular room, she started feeling bad and started feeling anxious. And you hear a pretty obvious whisper that sounds somewhat aggressive.
Same house?
Same house.
Okay, here we go. I'm going to turn the mics off again.
First came out of the kitchen the first time we got here. Yeah.
I heard get out.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, I knew it was something. 2 syllables I heard, but I didn't know it was get out.
Want to hear it again?
Yeah.
First got here, somebody went like this. I think grandma was with you too. First came out of the kitchen the first time we got here.
But for the benefit of the skeptics in the audience, that could be something that you're wanting to hear
Right.
on that one. The one previous with body parts, that's not your mind.
It's body parts.
That can't be your mind tricking you.
Yeah.
Pretty interesting stuff.
Get out.
What was that?
Same house?
Yeah, same house. This girls are just often, there's 2 girls, and they're kind of talking amongst themselves, and you hear a whisper over that.
All right, here we go.
I love him. You'll have to meet some of your friends. You'll have to kind of go out with my coworkers or something. I'll have to go out sometime now that I'm...
Again.
I would call that one inaudible.
I heard
Hear
the
it again.
whispering, but
I heard
yeah.
some whispering. Hang on.
I love him. You'll have to meet some of your friends. You'll have to kind of go out with my coworkers or something. I'll have to go out sometime now that
I'm distracted.
I didn't hear it that time.
I'm distracted by the girl saying.
I hear whispering, but I don't know what they're saying.
I'm distracted by the girl talking about a relationship, and
Yeah.
I'm wanting to hear that. What do you think you hear in that one?
Well, I think
I
hear thank you. I can't.
You think you hear what?
Thank you.
Thank you.
I don't know why, but
All
that's
right.
what we hear.
I hope you're saving the best for last.
We wanted to put the best first, actually, because we didn't want you
Oh,
to
did
miss
you?
it.
All right. Well, we'll do more coming up next. These guys are from Quantum Paranormal, and we'll talk to them about what they do and how you can get in touch with them and all that stuff next.